What is going on, guys? My name is Richard Brett, and today, welcome back to the channel, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the NES games on Nintendo Switch Online. Yay! Hooray! So, I know I'm a little late to the game on this, considering it started like 2 weeks ago, and pretty much everybody's gotten videos out about it already, and talked about it, and discussed, but like, I wanted to get my 2 cents in and just do like a quick, comprehensive thing about Nintendo Switch Online. Um, More specifically, the NES stuff, because maybe I'll cover the rest of Nintendo Switch Online. I don't know, but for now, I just want to cover the NES stuff, specifically the games and what I think of the service in general as an app for the Switch, and if it should influence you buying Nintendo Switch Online or not. Um, so yeah, here I am, and I want to say before the whole thing gets started that this is just my opinion, and that I don't want anybody getting angry in the comments section because, oh, you don't like this game, what are you, some kind of nerd, or like getting angry at me or whatever about something that I say here. Which it's mostly all positives, so don't go doing that. But yeah, if you want, I'm gonna. But yeah, if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna just drop right into this. Okay, so let me start by saying that I have played every single game in this library on this console specifically, and I've played most of them several other places as well, such as an NES emulator on PC, which is heaps and heaps of fun. And not only like, and all of the gameplay footage that you see in this video will actually be taken from the Switch because I recorded it and I put most of these up on Twitter. So if you want to see some of my gameplay or like see some stuff, go on there. Go on my Twitter. You can see these specific clips, comment on them, interact with them and stuff. If you didn't know I had a Twitter, it's in the comment, or not in the comments, it's in the description. It's been there the whole time. Anyway, but yeah, I've played most of these games anywhere else, and I've played them here, and specifically here, playing them natively with just the UI and how everything works. Even though it's only got like 4 save states, which is a lot less than I'm usually used to, because again, emulators. It all just works flawlessly except for the online. Yeah, I couldn't get any of the online features to work. I don't know if it's my system or it's Benjamin's system or what, because I haven't tried it with anyone else but Ben. And, yeah. So, I don't know what the deal is there, so I can't really give an opinion on that. But if I ever get it to work, I'll probably make a follow-up or leave something in the comments talking about how that went. If you have experiences with that, though, please be sure to leave them down in the comments below and let everybody know if it was good, if it was bad, how it was in general. But, yeah. Next thing I want to talk about is specifically the selection of games. I'm looking at it right here on my Switch. Balloon Fight and Donkey Kong and Dr. Mario and Double Dragon and Excite Bike. All these classics on here, and don't forget Mario 1, 3, and like Tecmo Bowl and stuff. But all those are like really classic games, and I feel like it's a solid library, except for a few games that didn't really need to be launched. But I get that they need to hold out so that they can release more in the future and still have them be worthwhile releases. Like, but there's so many games in the library, and most of these here are sports games, aside from the, instant classics. But most of the ones you can do native multiplayer in are mostly just like either puzzle games or sports games, so it's really no variety that much on what you can do. And that's just the ones that are easiest to pick up and play multiplayer, which all of these are generally easy to pick up and play. It's not that big a deal. But yeah, there's hardly any variety outside of like the classics, but like it's good to go ahead and get these ones out of the way so that like we can get better games in the future. It kind of stinks that we're missing a few. Like we're not getting Metroid until like November, I think. But there's a list on Nintendo's website about what's coming, and there are a few good games there too, but I'm not gonna let those sway my opinion that much on what's here now. Um, but yeah, that's all I need to say about the selection of games. Now let's talk controllers. The Joy-Con, the Joy-Con are really good to use for these games, but there's just one slight issue. There's no D-pad on the left Joy-Con, so you're stuck with these four little buttons, and sometimes that doesn't work out that well. But if you're playing like Yoshi or you're playing Dr. Mario, you should be fine for the most part. But if you really want to get your platforming on, and you really, really need that D-pad for games, for most of these games, I'd say go with a Pro Controller. Right here I've got a PowerA wired third-party controller. It's a Zelda one, and it looks really nice. I've also got a Mario one that I might show in this video as well. But these are very good build quality, very sturdy. I know I've gotten angry, and yeah, these controllers hold up well. Let's not get into the details of how I know that. But these controllers do hold up very well over a long period of time, and they have really solid D-pads on them, which isn't a selling point, but like it's good for these specific games. Yeah, I feel like a Pro Controller is the best way to play these games because it's the only way with like a D-pad, except for that Hori Joy-Con that just got released that's got a D-pad instead of the four buttons, which looks really cool. And yeah, that's neat. What's something else I can talk about this whole service? We get 6 minutes of footage. Alright. Again, I couldn't get the online to work, so I can't talk about that at all, really. And, like, that's gonna dock points on my end because, like, it's your system, Nintendo. It should work natively, and I've done everything you have troubleshooting-wise, and I get it's a new thing, and it just came out, so you're not gonna have, like, all the troubleshooting options available right then and there, because you don't know all the bugs yet. But that's okay. I plan on calling customer support about that eventually. I'm getting around to it. It's on my to-do list that is easily like a mile long. But, yeah, I'm getting around to that, and as soon as I do, I'll be able to give you guys stuff on that. But, alright, let's move on to final verdict. So, my final verdict on the whole thing is that it's generally very good as a service for NES games. And if you want to play about 20 some odd NES games that are already there, and you want the ones that are coming for the rest of the year that are listed on Nintendo's website, I'd say definitely go for it. As for whether or not it should decide if you buy Switch Online or not, it's only $3, which would be the cost of like one NES game on the eShop back when Virtual Console was a thing on the Wii U, so I guess it's a really good deal because you're getting like 20, and soon you'll be getting like 23 to 25, and then it'll keep piling on. So I guess go for it if you like NES games and you like these specific NES games and the online intrigues you enough to want to check it out. But local play is really good. The UI is really easy to navigate, and yeah, I really don't have any gripes about it other than the online thing not working, which is probably somehow a problem on my end or Ben's end or something. But that's beside the point. Overall, if I had to give it a score out of like 5, I'd give it a 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 is good because it's really good, and I'm slowly plowing my way through Mario 3 with it, and it's good. It's a good time. Again, so if you like NES games, I'd suggest getting it, and my throat's getting a little dry, so I'm going to have to wrap up here. So if you like this video, please drop a like on it. If you didn't, go ahead and drop a dislike. I don't really mind that much. Again, leave your thoughts on this service and Switch Online as a whole in the comments below, and I'll be sure to read through those. I'm down there, I'm looking, I'm watching, I see you all the time. But anyway, If you got any thoughts, comments, or want to do any conversational stuff, hit me up down there. It'll be a good time. Be sure to check out my Twitter link in the description. And yeah. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye!